Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Driven Wild. Today we are talking about promo pays on Uber Eats. Just like DoorDash and Grubhub have their own version of promo pays, so does Uber Eats. And sometimes can be a bit misleading. I'm going to go over the articles talking about the three types of promo pays, and then I'm going to go over some side notes I have on the subject so you know everything you need to know about them. So with that said, let's get started. How does Earnings Boost work for deliveries? Earning Boost or Boost promotions guarantee a certain earnings multiplier for deliveries that start and end within a designated area between specific times. Boost promotion amounts are already included in the upfront guarantee you see when you receive a trip. So the time frames where boosts apply would be within these particular times. And as far as the designated area, it's going to be pretty obvious. It's going to be this zigzag line across the area, and it basically outlines where the multipliers apply to. And it usually will tell you exactly what the multiplier value is. 1.2, 1.3, etc. It's rare that you'll see anything like 2, 3, 4 during this time, but hey, things can happen. Let's break that down. When boost promotions are active, you will see the map separated into multiple zones on the home screen of your app. Now, if you don't see that their zones are separated on the home screen, it means there's no multipliers applied. Each zone will have a hard outline marking each boost area. Within those lines, there will be a guaranteed earnings multiple amount and the time frame during which it is available. You can see the time frames that are available by clicking on the boost, and it'll show you literally the entire coverage of the area in question. Or you could always check under the opportunities tab in the hamburger menu. Trips that begin in these boost areas will have that multiplier added to your earnings during the quoted time frame. If you start a delivery in the boost time and you finish the delivery after the boost time, the boost still applies. However, if you start the delivery before the boost time and then the boost time is applied after, the boost doesn't apply. And you can always see how much the boost added by going into the trip details after the delivery and seeing exactly what it added. It's not always a lot. In fact, the one I'm showing only has 13 cents. It's not a whole lot. But that said, the longer the trip, the bigger the boost, because they base the boost on the base pay, not the tip. What is surge? During busy times and busy locations where many riders are requesting trips, your map in the driver app will identify these areas. The map will show the areas that are yellow, orange, and red, as well as corresponding additional surge amounts that can be earned on top of your fares by reaching these locations. The deeper the color red, the higher the demand and the dollar amounts that can be earned when you reach this area. So if it's yellow, it's usually around like $1 or something. Orange, it's probably leaning towards like the $1.50, $2, things like that. And the deeper the color red, the bigger the value. If you ever see a gray and it's just an upward straight arrow, it just means that there's a lot of orders there. More orders does not mean good orders, so be careful of that. Don't chase promos. Surge is a great way for drivers to earn extra by choosing to drive towards those areas with high rider request volume. You will earn surge if you're in a surge zone or the rider's pickup location is in a surge zone when you accept the trip. The extra dollar amount will be shown at the bottom of your home screen when you're in a surge area. This is the amount you'll earn on your next trip. Note, the surge amount will not apply to your next trip if you reject, cancel, or go offline. Okay, to be clear, this is in reference to rideshare, but the same principle applies. If you're in an area where the pickup for the restaurant is in the same location as where the surge is, you'll get the boost. If you're in that area, you'll get the boost. However, keep in mind, because everybody's going to be swarming to that area, it means there's going to be a strong chance of saturation. Check your earnings in-app to see your added surge amounts add up. If you ever believe the fare on a trip is not correct, let us know. Go to the earnings tab in your app, click on trips, and select the appropriate trip, then click help. Choose the best help option to let us know your concern, and we will investigate to make sure it's right. Again, you're going to be put through to Uber Sport, and Uber motorsport is anything but supportive. How does Quest work? Quest promotions offer the opportunity to earn extra money for reaching certain trip goals in a set amount of time. Quest doesn't have to do with the offers you receive themselves, it's the succession of offers in which you complete. For example, get an extra $50 by completing 10 trips between 4 a.m. on Monday and 4 a.m. on Friday. Now, quests are usually location dependent, and if you're not completing deliveries in those locations, it's not going to apply to the quest. My account for some reason is a New York City account. So if I'm not completing orders in New York City, I'm not contributing towards the quest. That being said, I live in Florida, so there's no chance of that happening. So keep in mind if you ever decide to move that you won't have access to the quests. If available, you can view details about your quests in the driver app by following the steps below. On the home screen, tap the menu button in the upper left corner. Tap either promotions or opportunities. Experience may differ by user. You should be able to see active and upcoming quests, which you can tap for more details. You are also able to see the boosts that way. They will actually give you a calendar and showing when there'll be boosts in your area. Note, it's not guaranteed that you'll receive quest offers every week. Offers are based on rider trends and app usage in your area, which makes sense. I just want to go over some side notes I have about promo pay. The Uber and Uber Eats promo hack. In some markets, if you sign up for both Uber Eats and Uber Rideshare, even if you don't take a single ride, you can have access to Uber's promos while on Uber Eats, and it will still apply to your promos. This doesn't work for all markets, but it can lead to some huge bonuses if you're in one of those markets. Pedro DoorDash Santiago has actually displayed on his channel that exact scenario more than once. I'll leave his channel in the description. Feel free to check it out. Promos can lead to oversaturation. This really applies for all apps, but since Uber Eats promos can seem so enticing in comparison to DoorDash and Grubhub, I think it needs to be addressed. Promos are kind of like moths to a flame. The brighter the light, the closer the drivers will get to it. And because there are so many drivers near that area, there is going to be less orders to go around in that area, which if you're taking less orders overall, it will inevitably defeat the purpose of getting those promos in the first place. There needs to be a certain balance. Multi-apping is more valuable than promos most of the time. When one app has huge promos, drivers become pretty predictable. Oh, I want to make the most money, so I will turn off all my other apps and try to cash in on those sweet promotions. Meanwhile, the other apps you turned off have less drivers, which means more orders on those apps for those who are willing to just stick with what they know and stay consistent with it. Thank you. Also, by doing that, you run into the same problem where drivers are unable to take good orders because it's oversaturated. I feel like a broken record saying this, but it's such an important point to make. Don't let promos dismiss the fundamentals. Now, let me ask you, did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. Let's make sure that anybody going into Uber Eats for the first time is totally ready and expecting what they need to know about the promo pays Uber Eats can provide. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. As always, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!